Welcome to Brookside. Oh, that's what it says up here. So this is Brookside. And this is gonna be a tour of the apartment. So this is the entrance. This is a closet that you can put stuff in. So there's some stuff in here. The ceiling doesn't look very good, and I don't know what that pipe thing is. And we've got stuff in here. So that's this. A rating. And all that. So we got. I set up night lights in the hallway. There's one. Go down here, there's more. I need to get a new light. Oops. There. It's just this end. There's two bathrooms. I'll show you one of them. This is an air handler in here. The other RGB nightlight right here. The other vanity right here. I'll quickly demonstrate the light. God, that's bright. And yep, that'll shut this thing off. So let's go ahead and shut it back off. Yeah. Okay. Now inside the actual bathroom. You can see I've got that there. Close the door. So we've got I put night lights in the bathrooms because this is the thing that I got a problem with right here. Motion sensors. It'll shut the lights off if you're not detected movement, you know. So if you're like in the shower for a while, that could be a problem. This light up here. But thankfully, I've thought of that, and I got these amber night lights in the bathroom here. I have one in each of them actually, because there's two bathrooms. That's the toilet, which unfortunately isn't like a house toilet, but it's whatever. Then here is inside the shower stall. What's nice about this is it's got the handicap bench there. And yeah, honestly, that nightlight provides enough light in here on its own, which is nice. I like the look of it. The amber glow, it's very nice, especially at night. It's easy on the eyes. So yeah, this is the bathroom, and there's a little vent up there. That's where return air will go. I'll quickly demonstrate the ceiling light. It's way brighter. It's nicer than when I was in Wiley, though. So that's what it looks like with the ceiling light. And you have to make sure to keep this motion sensor triggered, otherwise it shuts itself off. And then when I turn it off, nightlight turns back on because it's on a photocell switch. But of course, you can also manually dim it with a little slider on the side, including turning it all the way off, and now it's completely dark in here. So I just leave it all the way up. And there you go, you got some light, not reliant on a motion sensor. The hallway night lights are multicolored. They look nice. Okay. In the kitchen, we have stuff that my roommates have brought, you know, pots and pans and other appliances. Here's another old nightlight, one that I already had. So that's here in the kitchen. You've got this thing, the range, which has a kind of loud fan. I will not demonstrate that, but I will demonstrate the lights. One, dim setting, provides a decent amount of light. And two, the bright setting provides even more light. Problem is these, really burn the hand if you put your hand up to them because they're halogen. So they throw off quite a bit of heat. That could be useful in the winter, but this is not the winter. So this will be staying off. And I bet you're wondering, oh no, where's the microwave? How are you going to make your TV dinners? How are you going to reheat leftovers? There's the microwave. This is a tiny microwave though, so yeah, I can't really put any big stuff in there. But it's fine for purposes here. Alright, in this area, that is the humidifier that has always been in the living rooms of the apartments I've lived in here. Both times in Wiley. And I never really got to show it much in the 371. I do have a video touring that apartment, but I have never uploaded that. I may do that soon. And you may or may not have seen this humidifier in that video. I'm not sure if I already unplugged it or whatnot. But right now it's just sitting here doing nothing because we don't need it yet. It's not winter. But you have seen this humidifier a good amount of times in Wiley 590. This is Jay's TV, which you've also maybe seen before. My switch back here with its Ethernet setup, since the open Wi-Fi network is garbage. And here we have the thermostat. This is the thermostat, and it is actually supposed to be remote controlled, as you can see. This little dot there means that it actually can receive infrared commands, and I'm going to actually demonstrate that in a bit. But right now let's just focus on touring around here. In any case, I use that logic to set the AC through my hub here, which I've placed on the back wall, where it can most easily transmit infrared commands to the TV, the thermostat, and the humidifier. And there's my lamp. Definitely something that's recognizable if you've seen my videos that I made while I was in Wiley 590. And the thing about the lamp is, well, it's adjustable white and color changing. So here I get the SwitchBot app open. I'm gonna go ahead and go into the lamp, and I'm going to slide this slider up, and now we will witness the change in color temperature, which I thought was going to be a smooth changeover, but it just jumped right to it. Let's change it back to warm white. There it goes. It's also dimmable, so I just turned the the brightness slider all the way down. Give it a second. Just need some time to process the commands. I did turn the slider down. Okay. It's bugging me about a new firmware version, but I'll take care of that later. Let's try adjusting the brightness down. Okay, there it goes. So you can dim all the way down to that, and now you can barely see anything in here. Turn it back up. There you go, that's the lamp. Okay, let's demonstrate the infrared on the thermostat now. And that's my dinner, by the way. I got some wire there too. So I've got my flipper here, and I'm going to go to infrared. Go to the remotes here because I have a remote for the thermostat here. And what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to hit a setting on it and then watch the thermostat in the distance when I press the button. Right now you can see the thermostat isn't lit up at all. When I press the button, you can see that a light lit up on the thermostat. And now it's on. It's a very interesting design choice in this building, to have thermostats that can be controlled remotely. But nonetheless, I'm taking advantage of it, because that's what we're given here in Brookside. And you'll hear the air conditioning turning on, because the vents kind of squeak a little bit when they warm up. Yeah, there it goes. That's the air conditioning. And once it gets colder out, these will switch to heat. This building actually switches between the two pretty easily. And this fridge is loud because something's vibrating. Just have to give it a kick and it will stop doing that. Alright. Next up, we have a weather station. I just got this today and I set it up. It will tell me the outdoor temperature via the outdoor sensor, which I placed right outside this window here. I just stuck it on the wall out there. There it is. And I'm just hoping that it does not fall, but right outside the window, easy to access, and I find that it works pretty well. So far, anyways. It's getting relatively accurate outdoor conditions. It may read a tiny bit high when it gets cool outside, because it's right next to the window. But these windows are very well insulated, so the odds of it reading too high are actually pretty slim. Right now it's reading 61.1. That's pretty close to the truth. And it's also got indoor conditions here and that. And because I don't want it to get too cold in here, I'm going to go ahead and shut the air conditioning back off. There, now it's off. Just with the click of a button. I hate how loud this fridge is. Alright, now let me demonstrate some lighting. So, we got the hallway lights on. They're really bright. I'm only going to do this side for like a few seconds. Alright, turn it back off. And these night lights activate again. Now they're synced, which is nice. And the motion sensor right up here that controls the hallway lights. We have above cabinet lights, under cabinet lights, and if you're feeling fancy, you can have both on at once. I like that feature. There is the Wi-Fi router. motion sensor for lights in here, the AC vent, return vent over there. And now I will demonstrate some lights in here. This one, so the light right here, which is bright. You can see that there. It's on this motion sensor right here, along with that one. Because everything's on motion sensors in this building. Alright. Now, this one on the right will do that light there. So I'll turn that on. And my hub has a light sensor in it, so it just adjusted itself to be brighter to compensate for the light. You can also see the weather station better now. It's nice to have these lights here, but it's not nice that a lot of them are controlled on motion sensors. This will just shut themselves off after a while, and well, then you gotta turn them back on yourself, and well, that ain't nice. Alright, look at the windows now. So this goes through every window in this apartment. You just lift this up. Lift this up. Do this. Do this. Now you can push the window out. And you actually can reach outside the window this time, since you can flip these things up. I've done that for my weather radio to stick the antenna out the window because radio signal's so bad in this building. And well, there's your view of the outside from this window. I'm not gonna leave it open. Yeah, I was demonstrating the window here. This is how all the windows in this building work. My fan is there. The blinds are down on that one. And I'm going to show you one more thing over here. This air freshener, which is freshening the air. I definitely think it needs a new refill very soon. This one's really low and doesn't appear to be doing its job giving the scent anymore. Unlike when I first got this when I was in Wiley. It still smells a little bit, but I have it on the highest setting and it's like not really doing much. But I can feel it and it's warm, so it's working. But just, you know, it isn't cranking out as much scent now that it's low. So I gotta switch out the thing in there. I do have a refill. But well, that's a problem for another day. I'm not gonna do that now. That's pretty much everything in here so far. I think it's pretty nice. Now next up is my bedroom. I guess I can show you what we got in the fridge right now. Just your fridge essentials. And the light in the fridge actually works. Now here is my bedroom. My EcoFlows are there. My heat blanket and all the stuff there. I brought some other power strips too, yeah. I'm not going to use them, but you know. So there are my EcoFlows. There's my radio. My weather radio. The antenna you can see is going out the window. My heater, I currently have that on. Oil heater, I have it by the window because this is where it's going to be most effective. Connected to a smart plug, controlled off of the thermohydrometer on the wall here that I've always had for my bedroom. I also have a scent booster air freshener in here with bamboo scent. It's nice. It smells great. There's my lamp in here. You can see that. Let me change the battery real quick. Okay, new battery. Back to where I was at. My computer's sunrise clock. The bed is pretty nice. It's adjustable height. I had to get it lowered. And my solar panel was there. And the wardrobe, it's got some drawers under it. The AC vent on the wall up there. Pretty nice. Pretty nice, and there's the mirror on the door. I like it. And of course I have my lamp, because the same issue, this light, with any of the others. That thing! The motion sensor. The blinds to the window are nice. There's the chair, the drawers and stuff. All my utilities and stuff are in this drawer. And now I will demonstrate the light. Some idiot painted over this. But there's the light. And the thing about the bedroom lights, I'm gonna hold this button here. And you'll notice that it dims. So you can actually dim it down. My lamp will dim too, of course, but the lights are dimmable. I think that's a nice feature. I actually do not use this light because of that. But yeah, this is my bedroom. I like it. My UPS is back there, of course, powering all my stuff. Forgot to mention. Main garbage and recycling out here. It's a nice apartment overall. So let me know what you think of it. This is Brookside, and I am going to have some great experiences in here. And what a nice view.